RC Geek Mark Jordan here. Not sure if any of you noticed, but just recently I've been uploading quite a few videos on trying to mods and stuff that I've been doing on the Traxxas XO1. One of those was obviously first time the ESC blew up, and then I had to get in touch with Traxxas with the help of Hemistorm. Chris DeGraff, great guy, managed to sort me out a new ESC for this Traxxas XO1. It wasn't like the original one that comes with the Traxxas, but it was a new Castle one that could run 6 cell. So basically, yeah, fitted all that in, and then I went out, and it's well documented on the videos, the last 2 or 3 videos that I did on my YouTube channel. You'll see I actually swapped out the pinion gear for the 34, getting rid of the original and putting on the high speed pinion gear, which is supposed to get full potential out of this Traxxas XO1, which is great. Simple as. I didn't need to unlock it because I've got a different ESC in there, Castle Mamba ESC, so I didn't need to unlock it. So I found a quicker way of putting the pinion gear, 34 pinion gear, on the Castle motor, and lo and behold, on the first few runs I was getting 65.1 mile an hour, which was great. What road wasn't wide enough. So what did I do? Go and choose finding a bigger road. So this morning I set off with my beautiful Traxxas XO1 in one piece to try and hit some big speed runs. So I found a nice bit of road, ran past it, must have been about 80 miles an hour. But the silly thing is, stupid me, I didn't put my Garmin on, so I've got no document of the speed, but I know full well that it was a bigger road and it was seriously quick, and that's where it all went wrong. Basically I lost control of the car, and anybody who knows about these, they do not realise the space that you actually need to run a Traxxas XO1 to its full potential. Even at 80 miles an hour, it's still not its full potential, and you do not know how quick you have to travel and how much space you need to actually let this thing loose. So at 80 miles an hour I ran out of space, and I'm sure this road was probably about a half a mile length, but it still wasn't enough, obviously. So little word of warning there, guys. If anybody does go out and buy one of these Traxxas XO1s, you need the space to do it. If you live in a small island like we do, with no big roads, forget it, don't even bother, because all you're going to do is end up mashing it up, and you might as well stick to the locked 50 mile an hour which it comes out of the box, and don't even bother trying to unlock it or change the pinion gear to the bigger one. So yeah, I've just got back from work after running this morning and having the crash, and I'm going to now see what damage I've occurred on it. I know full well when it came back, its shell came off, it spit out my 3 cell batteries, all of the plastic was all over the road, so I didn't really want to have a look this morning, but now I'm here and I'm video documenting it for you, so hopefully you'll be able to see it. And this is the result of not running it in a proper space with plenty of wide open spaces so that you don't lose control and hit something. I thought I was perfectly in control until it was actually gone past me at full speed, and then I was coming onto the brakes, and it just tipped out and boom, straight into, and lofted about 8 foot in the air, barrel rolled, summer rolled, and then landed in a hump. So let's have a look, see what the synopsis is. So hopefully, I'm just going to put my camera there, you can actually see it doesn't look too bad. Obviously the battery mount's gone. The 3 cell battery, luckily is quite safe. Actually, it's just lost a little bit of the protection on it, but literally that came flying out across the road, and you know what lippos are like, if you hit them at the wrong time they just explode. So thank God, because that's an extra 100 quid. Okay, so the top looks actually okay. As I said, I'm just going to take this off as well, take out this other battery. That one's perfect. Right, the main thing is the ESC is fine. There's that pinion gear. There's actually loads of debris here, obviously where it hit. The front's all fine. Servo seems to work. The ESC is fine. The motor's fine. I tried that. But as you can see, this is where the first port of contact hit. I've split the tyres out somewhat on that one, so they're going to have to be replaced on that side. But the undersized, I'm afraid, is where it seems to have taking a toll. All of the, you can just see all of this space. Screws are broken out of there. It's cracked the front splitter. It's got a huge crack all along this front part of the body. Fairly decent sized scratch across the bottom of the chassis. It's actually pulled it on this side, the side running rails. It's pulled that out, so that luckily it's not broken though. So oh well, more than I can say for this one. Look, it's absolutely shredded, that one. It's popped it out at the back. It's split, popped out, cracked all of the plastic on there. So I'm going to need, on first look, these tyres look okay, but after a bit, it's got a big chunk out of it there. So I reckon I'm going to have to get 4 new tyres and wheels combined. Definitely front splitter. Definitely this part, I don't know what you call it, front part of the, which attaches to the splitter, the front part of the chassis, that's definitely gone. It's well mangled. But as for that, I think it's actually stood up remarkably well considering the speed and the scale. You imagine 80 mile an hour scale of something like this is the equivalent of a big car going 400 mile an hour into a, you imagine what mess that would make. So all in all, I think it's not too bad. The body shell, it's quite bizarre because yesterday morning I actually taped it all up to try and strengthen it all. So luckily enough, it's got a few nasty bangs and stuff, but you know, kind of survived. But I think I'm going to add one for the shopping list anyway, just in case. It's always good to have a spare anyway. So okay, so that's a synopsis of this whole little misdemeanor I had this morning. The most thing I can stress in this video is if you're using a car like this, please make sure you've got the adequate space to run it, because anything smaller than 50-60 foot across by half a mile distance long, this is a no-go. You're just going to end up in tears and your car's just going to die. And this is expensive. I tallied up the parts. It's going to cost me £150 to fix this bad boy back up, but I shall do it, and it should be all back in one. I'll do a quick video when it's all put back together, and hopefully you guys will be able to see it. Like it, subscribe, ask me any questions, what, when, how, when, whatever you want to ask me. Just don't talk too much about the crash because it's still a bit of a sore point. But anyway, yeah, please subscribe. RC Geek Mark Jordan. Comment, questions, whatever you want to. But until next time, guys, catch you later.